What is up? What is today? Sunday. Happy Sunday. Midday stream. It's weird to like have everything be so bright. I have to shut the blinds because the sun is just blasting my face and blinding me. So, but we're here to stream some X-Wing. Really, actually, let me boost my go up one. There we go. Here to stream some X-Wing a lot earlier than we usually do, you know? So that's cool. We're going to do a Top Gun League game to start. This is the last week of their sorting event to determine where the players will play in their little pods. And then the next game after this is the big one. That is going to be a deciding game 5 with massive playoff implications for a few teams in terms of ranking and teams making or missing the playoffs for our team league to finish the season. So my countdown is broken. It goes 3-1-2 instead of 3-2-1. All right. Well, I don't negotiate with British terrorists. Sorry. I could rename the channel to 3-2-1 Squadron. Just because, you know, you always people are always counting down to when they get to see my lovely face and watch our lovely stream. So we're starting underway here. Betting is open. Let me turn the graphic on for you guys. Again, this is a Top Gun game, not a team league game. Let me fix our dice cam. Got a little wonky with our dice cam here. The players like reset the room for some reason, so I reset my dice cam as well. When in doubt, blame the players. Yeah, sure, that looks good. It's one of your league mates. Oh, cool. Didn't know that. That's awesome. Yes. Yeah. You turn off the road dice. I asked them to clear the box. Oh, man. Well, happy Academy Awards Day to like pretty much nobody celebrates, right? I got invited to an Oscars party though tonight, so I'll do that. I haven't really seen any movies that are being nominated, but there's a few on my list that I'll probably get around to. I saw Dune. That's cool. I mean, most of us did. Hey, Lambolo, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Noah and Sniper. Much appreciated for the gift and those subs. Spread the sub love. Yes, you are number 1 for now. All right, so CIS list is Standard Grievous, that Impervium, and Solus one. Wat Tambor has Impervium and Intimidation. DBS 404 with Advanced Proton Torpedoes and Struts. Techno Union Bomber with thermal detonators and plasma torpedoes, as well as his struts and fuses. DFS 311 to pass the calcs has energy shell charges and grappling struts, and then 2 Horde Shell prototypes, energy shell charges and struts as well. Now, Doggles over here bringing his Jendon Gorin list. Colonel Jendon with targeting computer, the title ST321, not 312. Captain Hark, Grand Moff Tarkin, and fire control system. Zertic Strom with shield upgrade and fire control system. And then we've got, that's a dial. That's not what I meant to show you guys. We've got Magna Tolvin here with the targeting computer, heavy laser cannon, and squad leader combo. Imdar pilot has the targeting computer, Tiber Saxon, which is, he's pretty crappy to deal with. He just passes out strains. And fire control system, and then we've got Gorin has that whole upgrade. So unfortunately for DBS 404, I don't think unless DBS 404 is locking Commandant Gorin, I don't think he's going to be able to fire that advanced proton torpedo. We are playing Assault at the Satellite Array, for those wondering. Hope you guys have had a good weekend. We got some Douglas supporters here. Is 170 subs a current goal? No, 170 is like the maximum goal that I've listed. Like it doesn't really mean anything. It's just kind of like it says like what do you want the maximum number, you know, what do you want your goal to be? And I was like, all right, I'll just choose like a high number, because if people see that we've like quote unquote hit our goal, then like they might not sub at all, like, you know. So I just don't want to, I want to give anyone the impression that there's like, I don't know, it always resets too, because gifted subs don't roll over. So once they expire, usually we'll go from like 130 and then it'll drop down like 95, and so we have like little like fallbacks. So off next week, nice, because of Mardi Gras. That's cool. Sounds like a local holiday type of celebration, which is nice to be able to have that off. Hey, sub wall, thank you for the Bezos bucks, dude. 4-0 in the Top Gun League sorting event there too. I see you at the top there. Good for you. All right, so in this game here, CIS is going to need to try to really focus fire anything that Doug feeds into this engagement here. Obviously, Zyrtec and Magna I'd be a little worried about right now. Goran try to come in the flank, not in a bad spot there actually. You're not going to see the droids, hard turn towards Goran, so you could do a 3 or 4 straight there and be pretty comfortable. Do you have to look out for 404? Most of these locks from Jendon are on 404 right now. Probably see a decloak straight and then like a 2 or 3 bank from the Imdar. Maybe you might even see a hard turn. I think a hard turn is doesn't really put your arc in the best spot though. So more likely a bank. Yeah, I mean, that used to be the build on 404 was the APT, but I think the energy shell plasma torpedo combo is it just makes more sense nowadays. We'll see if he gets the only way he's going to get the APT off is if he shoots it at Goran, or if Goran is dead. I don't see Goran being too far away to not remove the target lock. Hey, Lambolo, 2 more subs. Thank you so much. Let me double check where we're at with our giveaways. Yeah, so we got a ways to go, just because we had hit our 120, 130, and then we had the gifted subs drop off, expire. So, these goals are going to be around for a long time, so do not need to get there anytime soon. But the full set of acrylic custom crit marker tokens is the next thing we'll be giving away. If for a long time we're not close to 150, just because I know we were a lot closer to that number and then it dropped off, I'll drop it down a bit to make it a little bit more attainable for us. But yeah. Anyways, back to the game. And Lambolo, your shirt is ordered. Your long sleeve shirt. I placed that order yesterday, so you should get it before Worlds. All right, round 2. Here we go. We had our system phase. We only got 2 bets in right now. Yeah, I don't expect anyone to. I don't expect us to hit that goal, and I would be kind of upset with you if you tried to hit that goal today. It's just like way too much money. Please, I appreciate you though always. We will all collectively chip away at our sub goal. We're at 103. 103 is pretty solid. What is really nice about where we've gotten with our sub goals is that we consistently have around 90 or so subscribers, which is like is really awesome for us. It's a huge lift for a smaller stream. I mean, you can't ask for anything more than that. But the giveaways are nice because I think it's a good way to incentivize, but also be able to you know, there to be rewards for us hitting those numbers. Here we go, closing in. Might be going for Magna. You aren't going to take a target lock. You could put on Zert. Well, I mean, again, it's going to get taken off. So whoever you lock, it's going to get, yeah, you're not going to have that lock. So it's unfortunate. Thank you. Yeah, the dial covers. I'll have a couple of goodies for you because our team league dial covers are gorgeous, and I have some like blank ones that like with the logo. It's they're black. I can definitely give you one or two of those. I'll have a couple of extras. So I built a rebel list directly to counter Doug's list because I played Doug last week when he brought this exact list, and it went very well for me. The counter list was very strong. It's like Aaron, Dutch, Corin, Wes, and Tycho. Everybody just target locks during the engagement phase or passes locks, so Corin doesn't get to do literally anything that he wants to do in terms of removing the target locks. And then Wes just jams off whatever he wants to jam off. They both have prockets. The X-Wings have proton rockets as well, so like look out for the double-botted proton rocket. It's so fun. It's actually like a really fun list. As long as you're not running into yourself, because Aaron is like a key to the list. He's got to live for a little bit. Yeah, Jersey will look good on you. You'll be our spokesperson, but basically. I'm not upset about that. Also have my Worlds shirt on as well, real quick, as we're moving some locks over. Got the Worlds shirt. This is the track shirt. I got you the little bit of a looser fitting Lambolo, the looser fitting long sleeve, just a little more. It's not necessarily more comfortable, but I just felt like you'd probably prefer that one. So I made that judgment call. You also can't even get this one in navy blue, so I know you like that color. Okay. So Pink is going to be left without the shot that Pink wants, but Zertik goes right into range 1 of a bunch of ships, and Grievous has not moved yet, it looks like, right? Yeah, he hasn't, because Zertik is a 3. So move Corin up to the top of the overlay. The Imdar. Ooh. Imdar is probably going to just have a shot. It'll be on 404 or the Horchal. Gonna put it on Corin. So Corin's got to be careful. Watch out for the advanced proton torpedo. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Lambolo. I'm sorry. What are you referring to? I see what you mean. The spokesperson for 302. Hey, man, I'm not even a good spokesperson for myself. I make myself look like an ass more often than I even think I do, and I try to be self-aware. So you'll fit right in whether you do great or not. That is going to be a very tough. Oh, Zyrtec it's going to be tough for Zyrtec. We also could see some shots going into Magna here, but you'll get rerolls on Zyrtec. And we're going to focus boost out of Arc there. Goran will have a nice shot, Rage 1, into either the Techno Union Bomber or Watt Tambor. All right, when is betting close here? Gonna need to 4 minutes left, everybody, to get your bets in. I like your closer haircuts. Like my hair, or are you talking about like the baseball team? I'm not sure what that means. Okay. All right. Here we go. So we're gonna start with 404. Not sure who Goran removed the lock from it, but it looks like it was Zyrtec, I think. And next, we're going to check with Grievous. That shot missed. I think. We're checking with Grievous. We're going to shoot. We shoot. Shoot. Yeah. All right, range 1, I think. Oh, God. Who's shooting? I'm so confused. Was that Grievous' shot? And he didn't even re-roll any dice? Maybe he shot at Magna? I don't know. All right, I know this is Goran's shot. Goran, a lot of blanks so far. 2 hits into Watt Tambor. Watt Tambor is going to whiff and take his shields. Who's on first? What's on second? Oh no, this was not into Watt Tambor. This was into green. Okay. So 2 damaged cards. Zyrtec, it looks like. They're not really pinging anything, so just making educated guesses. 2 and 3 of it. What is the last one? Like, yeah, so who's on third? I don't remember the sketch. It's like very well, but it's a good one. Looks like we got an HLC shot onto Brown. So Magna Tolvin has a heavy laser cannon shot for 3. That's pretty good. It's going to be at least 1 damage going in on the Horde Shawl. Have to spend a calculate and take 2. Still alive. Now, Surgic does have the target lock on Brown, which is probably who you take the shot at. Range 1 with the lock. Spend the focus. 3 hits and a crit. Sorry, I said Brown. This is shooting at Techno Union Bomber Green, and he's just gone. Just explodes. So down goes Green. This Gorin list is pretty strong against CIS, especially anything that really relies on being able to take some target locks. I don't know about you guys, but who's ready for this team league game? 5 straight boosts versus J Cruz. J Cruz looking to play the spoiler. A rare situation where one of the teams, if they win, they win their division, but if they lose, they don't even make the playoffs. So really going to be wild. That's why mission points matter in our league a lot. That is a big tiebreaker. It's like 404 taking a crit from the Imdar. It is a fuel leak with these gas prices. That is not good. This is Jendon's shot into pink. Horchal taking 2 crits. I think they're both crits. Direct. All right. Dead. Another one bites the dust. These droids just like to pop. I'm cheering for the Cobras. Yeah, I am low-key cheering for the Cobras too, mainly because I kind of made that team out of nowhere, like to fill in for to get the 18th team we needed. So Atreides joined. I convinced him to join, and then he just graciously was like, "I'll captain," and I think he's done a great job. And we got some of my favorite, funniest people on that team. So, but 5 straight boosts. You know, Mark's cool. Mark's a little try-hardy, but with credit to him, he's just very passionate about his team. I respect the hell out of that because I'm the same way about mine. He's probably a better captain than me though, for sure. They've had a good season too. It would be a shame for them if they missed it. I think some people in the league would like that, to see that for the chaos, but they've played well this season. So. Did he forget Kraken on Watt? I don't. Yeah, I feel like Watt should have. No, he has Intimidation. He didn't forget. He just chose a different upgrade, right? I mean, I think you shoot at Magna. I don't know, man. At this point, things are just going so poorly. I think the decloak right next turn and doing like a 1 bank probably works pretty nicely. He could take all 3. Yeah, I don't know. He just it's not in the overlay, and it's not. I don't know what the deal is. Jesus, triple just natty crits. Who's that from? It's an Agendon, it looks like. An energy shell charge. 3 shields. It's a pretty good roll. All right, we're cleaning up. It's 5-0 before scenarios are scored, and it doesn't look like I think CIS is going to claim the middle, and that looks like it might be it. I don't think Grievous is going to be in range. Definitely 2 for Empire. So it should be 7-1, it looks like. Heading into the 3rd round. And I should have turned that off. All right, guys, I have something to show you guys. So our we lit our patrons vote on the next 2 cards that they wanted to see, like which pilots, and they voted on Lima Kai and Turge. And so here they are. So if you guys want to join our Patreon, we will get these cards starting in late March and into April. So here's our Lima Kai. It's the back. It's the front. Beautiful cards once again by Mark Moriarty. Good partner of our channel. Great dude over in the Hangar 19 group in Indianapolis. Or in the Indianapolis area, I guess is what I'll call it. Here's our dirge, just the back. Although, well, it's going to be double-sided. So what's really awesome, though, is look at the nuance of the detail changes, right? So the CIS dirge here, you get the CIS ships. You get the nice blue tint on the canopy on the cockpit. And then the Scum dirge has a bit of the yellow tint with the Fang fighter. Here's our CIS dirge and our Scum dirge. So we're the only Patreon left that still does stuff, like sends you guys stuff in the mail, and it's all exclusive, beautifully well done, high quality, dope stuff. So if you guys want to support the channel in that way, you will also get some really cool stuff back. It is worth it, and we appreciate it. And just wanted to show that off. Pretty neat. Yeah, the art style turned out, I mean, Mark is he's a great artist, not even a good artist. I mean, he's really undersells it when I say good. I mean, he's one of like my favorite people I've ever worked with when it comes to cards. So, exclamation point, Patreon, got to do my little pluggy plug. Also, guys, while we're still planning dials, the Conquest series, the Windy City Conquest in April on the 19th is just a few tickets left from selling out. So make sure you scan that QR code or go to exclamation point. You can do Conquest, boom, like this. You can get tickets. There's also our tickets available for the May and June events. May is going to be a UK-based event online, and then in June, it'll be the Gotham City Conquest, which will be an Eastern time zone event. So many things to shout out and plug. It's almost like we're doing some stuff here, doing our best. What else could you ask for? So I think at this point for CIS, it's like just find something that you can take off the board. I feel like Jendon is going to be that ship just because he's Jendon. He's 1 agility. He's a big base. We're bumping into ourselves here. Wat Tambor takes a shield. The dreaded self bump. Never fun. Never pleasant. Lambolo, don't do it. Don't! Stop it! Stop it. You can buy me a beer. Jeez. I gotta owe you 1,000 of them already. Don't do it. Nambolo is our new 3-2 crew closer. I do need to make you a lefty, though. I made you a righty. Played a few games last night. Won all of them, which is great. Reinforcing the front, I think. Oh my gosh, you are crazy. Dude. What are those little what is the little... Oh, that's so weird, like the little... Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I was super distracted by those little, like, those little faces. Thank you, Lambolo, for the donation. Seriously. I'm gonna have to go full screen for this one. I don't even know what to do at this point, because you just keep... you just keep doing this. You just gotta stop. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. It really, really means a lot. I'm hoping to be able to buy the second suitcase for our gear. This is gonna help a lot. It's a few $100, so I mean, like we're pretty much there. But taxes, always gotta do my quarterly taxes like a smart, responsible adult, even though the government doesn't deserve my taxes more than ever. But yeah, that's the only thing that keeps you from being able to buy equipment. Sometimes it's just like paying our dues, our taxes. So thank you so much, Lambolo. Appreciate it. If chess came out today, would it success, or would people say nah, too abstract, the theme is too weak, and what the hell is the en passant rule about? These are the questions we must ask ourselves. It's our Roman Empire. I think chess would draw a lot of people. I don't know if it would be as popular. Chess is a brilliant game. I absolutely love it. Passant is a fake rule of French. Yeah, isn't that where you go straight past a pawn and you capture it? Or no, it's almost like checkers where you like diagonally cross like behind it and take the piece. I can't remember. It's fake news. Well, you're certainly going to get all the swag. Like I said, you are our spokesperson. Whether you like it or not, I guess. Man, Goran just seems good. So unfortunately, 404 has a fuel leak, right? And I don't think, did 404 fix the fuel leak? No. So you shoot range 1, and then it hits. He's not shooting range 1. He's shooting at somebody else, I think. What is what's going on? Dude, I don't know. I don't even know what's going on. Oh, it looks like he was grabbing the calculate from Brown. Yeah, I don't think he needs to be nerfed. I mean, I built a list to ruin his life, and it worked. So, it's really good. Oh man, Wes Jansen with whole upgraded prockets, dude. Sign me up, man. So fun. Grievous is shot into Jendon for 3. Jendon's not going to be able to use his reinforce. Takes 3. And he hasn't even made use of like Grand Moff Tarkin or anything. Jendon's got a lot of toys in this list. Yeah, dude, Plasma Wedge is like not nearly as good as this combo. I'll show you the list. Hold on, I need to pull it up. Gotta grab it real quick. Gotta go into the Top Gun League, roll better. I don't like. Well, I mean, Wedge with plasmas is good. Don't get me wrong. It's Wedge. He's got the ability, but how often are you guys taking lists with him with just like where he's just single modding his shots and taking locks? It's brutal. So he just is so susceptible to just dying in the first engagement. Zyrtec, that might just kill 404. It will. So the fueling triggers and he goes bye bye. Bing bang bing bye bye. All right, my list. This is the cold and creamy Doggles list. Here you guys go. I'll show it to you real quick. Here it is. Dutch with Hopeful, Concussion Missiles, R4, Aaron Crackle, Composure, Homing Torpedoes, Munitions Failsafe, Corin Horn with Hopeful, Proton Rockets, R4, Wes Jansen with Proton Rockets, R4, Hull Upgrade, and Tycho with Composure, Lone Wolf, Heavy Laser Cannon. You can also just do prockets on Tycho. It's 3 prockets in the list, but it is everybody gets double botted shots. And all the target lock shenanigans happen after Goran's ability. So like essentially turn one everybody that needs to, everyone locks Corin, and then first engagement, Aaron shoots first, gives a target lock to Dutch gives a target lock to Corin then passes Wes Jansen's lock, and so then Dutch has double modded concussion missiles, Wes has double modded primary / proton rockets, Corin has double modded primary / proton rockets. I don't like auto blasters on Tycho as much because I just feel like it's more conditional, but it's not. It's good. I prefer HLC. I think if I have to choose between the two. But what's nice is like Tycho in that list is like a really great bait piece because he's going to try to flank, and so you can't joust those 4 ships. If you joust, you're screwed. Wes is like jammed. You get jammed. I wish Wes could shoot first, but then he doesn't get to take advantage of the target lock from Corin, so he does have to shoot after Corin. But still good. Day is likely coming. Yeah, I did play against an E-wing list or a Gavin list last night. He stuck around for a little too long, but I was able to get him. All right, Jendon taking another couple of damage. A wounded pilot. Magna took a couple while I was yapping. So Jendon down to 2. Magna down to 1. And bottom right goes over to CIS. Bottom left will go to Empire. The middle will go to CIS. Yeah, so it looks like it's a 2-2 split there. So 12-3, 12-4. Okay. So what is it? So then are you putting marksmanship on Auto Blaster Tycho instead of composure? You know what it comes down to? It's gonna seem like I'm poo-pooing it a little bit. It's just not my play style, personally. Like I just don't. I've never really played Auto Blasters. I've had played against it in its prime when it was ultra feels bad. I know its power level. It's certainly not something that I need to be convinced of. But it's just not for me. It's like I really like being able to fudge the double modded shots with Tycho. I love that. So composure is for me. And so I think because of composure that you opt into HLC or proton rockets. I think proton rockets is actually a better choice in that list that I was showing because there's just already so much scary shit you have to deal with that to add that added threat of a double modded proton rocket from Tycho at a high initiative, like, you know, I think HLC is nice because you can snipe in some damage, but the proton rocket, I think really in that list, Tycho only really needs to take one really good shot. So I think it works, but that's usually the downside with rockets is either, you know, you struggle to get it off, or when you do, you really wish you could have had some reliable damage output from that point on, and you don't. But I don't know. The way the games are unfolding, 4 to 6 rounds seems to be common still. Yeah, better pay it forward than pay it backwards, which is a new trend we should start. You gift subs, but then you send an invoice to the next person to pay for the subs. You're paying it backwards. All right, so this game feel like pretty good for Empire, but 5 points of Jendon on 2 hole, 3 points of Magna on 1 hole. Gorin kind of needs to get turned around a little bit. So it's not over. Grievous is still out there, but I think you've got a 1 hole Brown, right? I think Brown's on 1 hole. Yeah. So I don't know. We shall see. Decloaking in front of the rock. Maybe a 1 hard. I think, yeah, 1 hard clears. Nothing else does, though. I think even the 1 bank is going to clip. I think. Set taker Tim. Thanks for the prime sub, dude. Cheering for the Cobras. Yeah, the Cobras are big J. Cruz fans for this next game. And what's cool, I looked up the rankings. Both players that are playing against each other are not too far off from each other in terms of overall rank. So I think, like, matchup-wise, this will be interesting. So Tim is the OP planning lead for the X-Wing Alliance. So if you have any questions that you'd really tempted to send me, just bother him instead, I already filled out a form for a squad champ kit. Which my understanding is that you can, if you win the squad champ like at a low or like a store champ level, you can use that as a you can redeem a buy at a larger like regional sized event. And if you win one of those, then you get to redeem a buy at Worlds. Worlds is coming back, baby. You think it was going away? Just a different type of Worlds. It's a little different. Tim, I need your help recruiting people to play in the Crumpet Conquest. If you end up wanting to play, you should. Obviously, it would be great to have you either way, judging or you should definitely play if you want to. Well, he's trying to get some points, Lambolo. He's doing his best. It hasn't really been a fortuitous game for him, though. We're gonna reload an energy shell charge. It's kind of wild. Is there an altar? There should be. It's not high on the list because it's such a niche. Like it's so niche. But like, there are 2 altarts I want to make. One of them is a Chris Hansen Predator card, like to catch a predator from Daylight NPC. So stupid, but to me I think it's really funny, so I kind of want to make that card myself. And then I mean that's one that would be we have the R312 Astromech. R3 Astromech is really popular. I really am proud of that card. I need to do another print run of those. I've done like 3 print runs of those. Gave away some at Worlds last year, I think. Yes, the girlfriend plans. Fair enough. What is girlfriend, Precious? I'm supposed to have a date on Tuesday. Well, I think it's going to happen. I don't have any reason to believe it's not, but I'm so jaded from just the online dating process that people just flake and ghost so easily. But I have faith in this person. I think she's pretty cool. She seems to be a good communicator, and by that I mean she takes 24 hours to text, but she always has something to say. So that works for me. Don't need too much more than that. Dude, I get a lot of here's the thing. I'll level with you. When I actually really feel like it, when I'm ready to go on more dates, I'll pay for like a week of like Hinge Premium or whatever, and I just get so many matches. And I know I was like, okay, like show off. It sounds like I'm trying to brag, but it's not. I'm fortunate that I'm not in the position where I struggle to get matches. The struggle, the thing is, it's like the big struggle is like getting likes, getting matches, right? Like for most people, it's like just getting there, because it's just being a man on a dating app is just like a world that sucks, right? It's set up that way on purpose, but then like you get past that hurdle and you get some matches and it's just like great, I'm in the clear. I'm talking to people, or I'm in the position to be able to maybe meet up with somebody or go on a date, but those people don't ever respond. Like they just don't go on the app. So it's just like they match with you, but then they never come back. So you have to get used to that. And so there's like 4 hurdles. The first hurdle, getting the likes, getting the matches. Second hurdle, the communication. Third hurdle, scheduling a date and actually going through with it. The 4th hurdle, liking each other, like having the chemistry, which is difficult. The 5th hurdle, sustainability. Going on more than one date, sussing out if you actually like each other. The 6th hurdle is the intentionality, like both mutually agreeing to be exclusive and like pursue a relationship. I've been in that position a couple times with people where I'm like kind of stop dating other people, but it doesn't go anywhere. So it's what we call the situationships. It is so stupid. Yeah, exactly. That dude, I know. Yeah. Well, apparently, there's like a statistic that like 50% or six, it's like almost up to 50 to 60%. I don't remember the number. I know that that range is wide. Are like in a relationship or have a partner already who are on dating apps. There's no way all those people are non-monogamous. I find that's like so alarming. Yeah, I'm happy for you guys that you guys got to exist in a world where you could just be more genuine and intentional with your goals of meeting the right person, like going on dates and getting married. It's very much an artificial world nowadays, and I appreciate the sentiment. I don't really know what to say or do at this point. I'm kind of at a loss for words. It's just frustrating, and things aren't like getting better. So, um, yeah, Tinder is the place to make really like off the wall comments. Like, you know, if you have like the thing is if you commit to the bit with somebody, there's nothing more thrilling than like being able to make like ridiculous jokes and really commit to the bit and know that like the person on the other side isn't reading into you in bad faith or making assumptions about you. I had a date I was supposed to go on a few weeks ago that I ended up canceling because like I remember talking about this in NCX a little bit. Like she was just like it was just felt very argumentative and like we hadn't even met and I was like I think we should just cancel this. I don't really want to meet you anymore. And you know, it was she was making some assumptions about me and she told me she's like, oh yeah, I made plans like right after like we meet up like with my friends and stuff. And I was like, I mean like, hey, that's cool, but like it makes me feel a little bad that like you're kind of already like I just felt like my time wasn't really being valued. So I kind of had an issue with that. She's like, it's just a boundary of mine. It's a time boundary. I was like, she's like, I don't go on dates for, you know, more than an hour and a half. I was like, why do you have all these rules? Like this makes this not, this doesn't make it any fun. Like, I'm not really looking forward to meeting you anymore. I'm glad that got canceled though. Too many people like that though, who like, you wonder why they stay single, but they stab themselves in the back all the time. Another crit into Jendon. Is it a direct? It's a weapon spin. I don't really want to find somebody who's like I want to find someone who likes to play board games and like likes games and likes that I like games, but I don't really want to find I don't want to be with somebody who's like I don't need to find somebody who I don't want to find somebody who like would play X-Wing with me. I don't want that. I just don't. Know some people love that and they fantasize or romanticize that. I'm good. I actually do want like another part of my life that is separated from this, you know, with utmost with all due respect. I definitely want to be able to play games with somebody and like that's cool, but I don't need it. It's not a requirement for me at all. Ooh, the natty evades. Oh, I've been patient. It's been almost 3 years. Some people, you know, wait even longer. Hopefully, it doesn't take much longer. It is you know, years is a long time. But I've certainly been patient while also being frustrated. And I think you're a lot. I think honestly, I think we've earned the right to be frustrated. It's hard not to be. But you know, obviously, you don't want to be with somebody who plays games or just never, you know, doesn't communicate or has a mature way of existing. It's a lot of damaged goods, though. You know, there was that joke. It's like we should call dating apps like what's left, and in a way, it's like not wrong. A lot of people are single for a reason. Not everybody, but a lot of people. You can kind of suss out why with a lot of folks on dating apps. It's like genuinely entertaining. It's like, you know, they still in love. They're still in love with their ex, or they need to go to therapy. They have, you know, deep insecurities. Console Fire to throw that away with Impervium, so Grievous just takes it on the shields. And there's also just a lot of people who don't really take ownership for their mistakes, which those are usually the biggest red flags. They don't realize that like they've made mistakes in their past relationships. They kind of feel like, you know, they're the main character and the world is out to get them. And Grievous taking that on Tiber Saxon triggering there. So he does get one die and he rolls a blank. So it's gonna take what is that? Hit crit? No. Hit crit. And stun pilot. Oh, he takes it. Okay, stun pilot. You might don't want to take that RNG variance in the bed review by Blake out. Well said? Question mark. Yeah, I guess. Grievous is gonna take one more. He's still alive though. It is range 1 in a Grievous, but he has a weapons failure. Just make sure you remember that. Yeah. They got it. Anyways, TLDR, guys, I feel like I've been able to provide a lot of insightful reasons as to why society sucks. We're given a lot of reasons every day nowadays, but yeah. So this is how we come together and we distract ourselves and we cope with our frustrations. We play games. I stream X-Wing. Gives me some added purpose. I feel so bad for talking so much over a good game with good flying. Doug has played this game very well. There's no doubt about it. This is also like, this is like a casual game in the sense that it's like, because it's part of the sorting event, you know, you guys can see what's going on. I'm keeping track of the score, but I'm certainly going to just yap. The game's been going a little slowly at times too, so I disengage a little bit or disassociate during those slower periods. That's painful. Natty evades from Jendon. Yeah, but I think people get too locked into this mindset that they're interviewing somebody. Like somebody's what happens is somebody puts themselves in a higher position of power that like they feel like they're the ones they're the ones providing the job and the other person's interviewing, and both sides start to think about me. And it is a selfish act trying to find the right person for yourself, but it's like a lot of it is just like, what could this person do for me? And not so much like, how can this person like add to my life, or like, how would this person fit into my life? And I think that question needs to be answered with more patience than people provide potential suitors, like people who like have a level of attraction to them, like that they are attracted to, that they have a sense of like, oh, like I kind of like am interested to see where this goes. A lot of people I think make a lot of definitive judgment calls after one date. If you're not feeling it, I mean, like that happens. It's like going to happen. But yeah, it's a lot about like, you know, what can you do for me? As a man, I think that's what it feels like sometimes. I don't date like entitled women though, like in terms of like just people who expect me to like do everything for them, pay for everything. Like, it's nice. I'm fortunate. I've met a lot of amazing people who I genuinely just liked, if whether I liked them, it was attracted to them that way or not. We're still going, right? We should be. So scenario points, I don't think we've counted them yet. The game, Nick, the game. What do you want me to talk about? I don't know what else you want me to talk about. Nothing is going on right now. There's literally nothing going on. Again, we're just sitting here. I don't know what's going on. Did we tally objectives? Are we still waiting for something? I think they're setting dials. Did nobody score an objective? That's not, that can't be right. Like, not one objective point? No, I mean, Jendon scored that one. Okay, now they're doing it. Yeah, there we go. You're gonna support Doug and his beautiful paint scheme. It is pretty cool. Talk about the game for a second before talking about my single life again. I'll make you guys my hostage therapist for the day, you know? Thank you for following, Kiki. I think Empire's currently winning. The score would indicate that that is an educated guess. Ask not what your date. That's what I was thinking too. I was thinking JFK. Ask not what your date can do for you. Ask what you can do for your date. I'll say this. While it's 15 to 5. Okay. Turn 5. There are times where I genuinely wonder. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, you and I downloaded an app to meet people. So, like, what are we trying to do that? Or are we just kind of going through the motions and just like kind of fulfilling a self-fulfilling prophecy of just swiping, matching, occasional date, doesn't go anywhere. You don't let it go anywhere, you know, or you don't want it to. So the whole, like, the grass is always greener complex. I mean, I feel it too. I'd be like, oh, like, I like this person's cool, but I don't know if, like, this is, like, I think there's probably somebody better for me. A falterer. Not an adulterer. A falterer is, I don't even know what an adulterer would be if I had to make it up. Oh, dude, I don't even use that. Tinder's like, actually, don't worry, you guys aren't missing anything. They're still setting dials. Tinder is really funny because it's basically like X for dating apps. Like, it's so monetized. There's like 6 different or 7 different ways you can throw money away on that app. What's really nice with Hinge is, like, they all want you to pay. This is America. But at least with Hinge, if you have a good profile and you're not ugly. I think I'm genuinely actually think I'm a little handsome. I think I look at myself in the mirror and I don't hate what I see. You know, if you have a good profile, you're not ugly. At least with Hinge, you feel like you can get results when you get their subscription. It's so expensive though, so it's like I don't do it often. But Tinder and Bumble are money pits. They don't really get you anywhere, but they make these promises that are so problematic. Like, you'll go on 10 times more dates, you'll meet more people, you'll get, up to 300% more matches. It's like you're promising all these things despite the free will of the users who make decisions on their own about whether or not they want to, like, use the app, respond on the app, talk to people, swipe, whatever you call it. It's all gamified. But yes, TLDR, it goes back. Yes, the laziness, it does perpetuate a sense of laziness, and I can't remember who said this, but somebody said, like, dating apps are opportunities for men to pay for access to women on a romantic side of things. And I was like, God, that is such a painful way to put it, but it's not wrong. That's just kind of the society we live in, like the digital age. You pay for access to be able to go on dates. I definitely I've never had a relationship from a dating app before, and I've been in 3 long-term relationships and lived with 2 different partners in my life. So it's always been a challenge. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you DM somebody, you walk up to somebody in a coffee shop and invade their personal space on the day where they just wanted to be left alone to read a book and be like, "Hey, I think you're really attractive. I was wondering if I could get your number." Like, it's just not. It's not it. There are a lot of other ways to meet people besides just hitting on someone like that. I know in real life, that's, there are obviously a lot of you guys have done that. You do go sign up for the running club, go to the chess club, go to the library, like whatever. Like, I'm not going to put myself out there and overextend myself and do all these things purely for the sake of the prospect of meeting someone, because I think that is inherently a flawed mentality. The dating apps, at least I do know who is interested, who is, or pretends to be, and who is literally, single and available. They give you that much information, which can be helpful. You don't know if that cutie patootie I just said that word, cutie patootie. You don't know if she in that coffee shop is single. You're putting them in this weird spot, a little uncomfortable when you do stuff like that. Oh, religious dating apps, I can only imagine. And I think those apps, you might have a lot of people who are kind of willing to settle out of the gate. I've never used them. I would never dream of using them. But I feel like it might be the opposite problem, where people are maybe a little bit more desperate or a little bit more willing to just kind of like take what's given to them. And there is a balance. Farmers only. You don't have to be, what is it? You don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com. Isn't that what they say? Their slogan is, you don't have to be lonely. Desperate. Yeah. I mean, gosh, I mean, a big rite of passage of the dating app process is gaslighting yourself. It's like, man, if it is me responding like within 10 minutes of their message, like, am I coming off desperate? Am I too eager? Do I like, it's just like crazy. You just, the gaslighting that you do against your own self. It's like, wait a minute, no, I'm on a dating app. This is the whole point, to like show interest in people that you're interested in. But people do judge on that. Like, oh, it kind of gives me the ick. Like, he responded within 5 minutes of messaging me, and I like it when a man is mysterious and takes 3 to 8 business weeks to respond. It leaves me hanging, and it's like, that just sounds like a lot of anxiety. I don't want to give people the anxieties that I have to deal with. I try not to. I try to reciprocate communication. Plant a seed for next time, but here's the thing, Bender. This is Chicago. I ain't gonna see him again. And I'm not gonna stalk him. See you next time. I put an air tag in your shoe. The seed has been planted. Well, there's 2 types of people. There's the people who respond to you when they have the time, and then there's the people who, when they see your message and can like, they will reply as soon as they are able, because they want to reply. So it's all about framework. It's like, how are you framing it in your mind? Is this person likes you? If they like you, then why wouldn't they want to talk to you? We're all working. I can't text back all the time. I'm in meetings. I'm traveling. I got streams, and I put my phone away. It's not even. I try not to have my phone on me at all while I'm streaming. I get distracted, and it's nice to put it away. Just set it aside for a while. But if you like someone, you should show it. And if you like someone, you don't show it and you don't reply, or you take a day. That's kind of the position I'm in now with this person. I've only got a date with this person. This really doesn't mean anything. It's like pre-talking stage, nothing. It's just the way it is. She takes a long. She's just not a texter, and I respect that though. Like I can tell. Like I don't think she's she's not ghosting me. She responds. She sends me 4 or 5 text messages when she does reply. Substantive. It works for me. It's not my style. She'll take 12 hours to reply. I'll respond within 20 minutes or an hour. Man, I'm really going on a rant about this shit. I'm sorry. I do find this stuff, as frustrating as it could be, I find it really interesting because it's like almost like just documenting how society has changed over the years through COVID and how we treat each other. Empathy and understanding is important. It transcends and goes beyond just like dating apps. It's just like literally like how we should be operating as a society. My parents taught me to be a caring, empathetic individual. Anyways, Goran, range 1 into is gonna kill Brown. It's on 1 hole. Well, at least I don't make it. I think I talk about. I feel like 1 in every like 4 or 5 streams, I'll talk about this subject for an extended period of time. I would be very self-conscious if I felt like I talked about this stuff all the time. I do in the Nick's dating blog channel, but not on my stream. You guys don't need to be hearing about my personal life all the time. I know we care about each other, so it is nice to talk about it, but I think if more people just understood what other people are going through, by no means is this like storming the beaches of D-Day, being on a dating app or anything like that, but it's like, it is a different type of struggle. Dating apps are ruining people. Like they're like probably one of the worst things that have ever been created. And you would think that they serve a really good purpose, but they just like they ruin people's lives, right? Self-esteem, confidence, loneliness, it's all perpetuated. Thankfully, I have ways to cope with dealing with that stuff, but it can be hard, and that should be enough to kill Jendon. It is. Finally, down goes our boy Colonel Jendon. So a nice little 5-point score there, 17 to 10. Yeah, Sanctuary sounds nice. This is Zyrtic into Grievous, who still has an Impervium charge. Hit crit. Reroll 1. And you got Soulless 1. Shit. Yeah, that would be something else. Defender Jendon's like, I'm here, bitches. A Fox Sanctuary. Well, it would be a sanctuary for yourself in other ways. I think. So, trying to get Magna here. Do you have a calculate? No, Magna rolls 2 Vades. Did Watt hit a rock? It looks like he did. Yeah, he totally did. I missed that. Missed that in my rantings. All right, so CIS is going to score a point for the middle. Douglas is going to score a point for top right. And looks like they are out of time. It was just a little behind.